Before getting into this, I'd just like to let everybody know this video features and is about a Bambu Lab A1 3D printer that I just got. But this is not an objective review. I'm going to be glazing this thing relentlessly. I do not have any comparable 3D printers, but just from my perspective as somebody whose only other 3D printer is very old and cheap, this thing rocks. Anyways, let's just get into this. Okay, so I've just powered this thing on for the first time. So I'm going to see what it can do just fresh out of the box without any preparation. I'm going to skip the Wi-Fi setup for now. So it says it's going to take 5 minutes for motor noise cancellation, 7 minutes for vibration compensation, and 15 minutes for auto bed leveling. I'm surprised the bed leveling takes that long, because that's like a longer time than it takes to do it by hand. You know, maybe that's just like the first one out of the box calibrating the machine, and then after that hopefully it'll be a bit quicker. Stop. Cancel. Okay, so the first time it looks like I missed a pretty important step in the instructions. I forgot to take these off, which apparently they restrict the movement of the Z-axis during shipping, but hopefully I didn't accidentally break anything. Let's try that again. Oh, okay, that looks good. Yeah, that doesn't look broken. And it's homing everything, homing all axes. This thing is already a lot more quiet than my original printer. Yeah, look at that. It's just so smooth. Now it's working on noise cancellation. Now it is calibrating its vibrations. It says what it's doing is measuring the mechanical resonance modal of the printer for vibration compensation, which reduces artifacts caused by acceleration and allows for much faster print speed. It's making that noise. Okay, so now it is moving on to the leveling, which is an enormous pain on my other printer. But this one, it looks like it's just going through and doing everything on its own, which is great. On my old printer, you basically have to go to every corner, take the extruder down to each corner, and then you hold the screw in with a screwdriver, and then you manually tighten each nut until a piece of paper can barely get between the nozzle and the bed. That's how you level a bed manually, but this thing is just doing it by itself. It says it'll take 15 minutes, which I don't really understand how it could take that long, but we will see how long it actually takes. And it looks like that is done. Alright. Wants me to lubricate the Y-axis guide rails. Okay, so I will do that. Okay, that actually took quite a bit longer than I expected. But anyways, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like we are ready to actually print something. So I'll hit print files. I'm going to print the speedboat. And I guess once it's printed, I can look at it and see if it is a benchy. Like the other printer, my old one, it takes a lot of prep work to get it ready for an actual print. So this should be very interesting for me to see what it does right out of the box. First print ever on this printer. So let's give it a whirl. Okay, so as I thought, there was a problem with the filament not having been loaded. Once I got into the menu and kind of figured out how that worked a little better, I was able to get the filament loaded in pretty easily, so it should just work this time. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to say no to bed leveling because it's already been leveled. I'm going to hit print, and hopefully it just goes just fine this time. I like the sound of that. And it is starting. The speed and precision of this printer compared to my old one, already right off the bat, is astounding. This is a speed print with 14 minutes left already, and we've just begun. And just like that, 14 minutes later, it's supposed to be a 20-minute print, but I think the first 6 are just calibration, so 14 minutes, and that's what we've got. So if we compare this benchy here that took roughly 14 minutes to print, and it came out very well. You can sort of see the layers. There's a bit of artifacting here. There's a bit, it's really hard for the camera to look at this thing because it's pure white. There's a bit of artifacting on the tops of all these rounded things. But otherwise, this looks basically perfect. And compare this to my old printer, the Anet A8. It took well over an hour for this, and it very clearly has problems. The accuracy, there's an axis shift. It looks like the y-axis is shifted weird for some reason, and it just came out very, very low accuracy by comparison. I am about to run out of the sample filament that they gave me with the printer, so I'm going to print another benchy here, and I'm going to switch to this cheap filament I have lying around. Apparently this printer has run out detection, so I'm going to put that to the test. Hopefully it works and I'm able to test the run out and I'm able to get a 2-color benchy. So the multi-filament print came out pretty beautifully here. It's about the same level of quality as the white benchy. It's pretty cool though that it was able to stop in the middle and have me load in new filament, and then the print didn't fail, it just kept on going. And there is a bit of a gap between the layers here in the very front, but otherwise it came out really well. If anyone out there is from Greece or Scotland, this benchy's for you. So I think I'm going to print a few more things and maybe do a comparison to my old printer, the Anet, and that will be pretty much it for this video. So that is about all I have to say about this new printer. It is obviously an upgrade, but again, it's 7 years newer and about twice the price, not adjusting for inflation. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope this was interesting to you. And I know what you're saying, this isn't a Transformers related video, but don't worry, I do have some pretty Transformers related plans for this machine. So until next time, bye.